Hi, Floss 2. It's Jen, also known as Quirks and Stitches, and
Cindy, Jen's mom.
we are here to start our 24 hours of cross stitch. Okay, so we thought we'd be really cute and we'd have like Christmas pajamas on because it's Christmas in July here, and we're stitching all the Prairie Schooler Santas. So we got on Amazon this week because we were a little bit last minute with planning this one for us, and ordered these pajamas, and we're so excited.
They came.
They did. They got here. They are freaking hot.
They're like velour.
My gosh. It is.
She keeps calling them fleece.
It is a nightmare.
Horrible.
It is.
Yeah.
This is the only time you will see us wearing these this weekend. Because, and plus I have a bit of like texture issues.
You don't like the texture?
I don't at all.
I do like the texture.
It gets very staticky, and also
really
I feel like a burnt marshmallow currently. So I'm really not enjoying this currently. So anyway, we wanted to get on and talk before we start filming. So our plan, those of you that haven't watched it, is a 24 hours of cross stitch weekend. I don't know what number marathon it is anymore. Maybe 8?
I think it's 8.
I think it's 8. But we're not going to sit here and count. So we believe it is Marathon 8. We are, like we said, it's Christmas in July in our house. So we are going to be stitching Prairie Schooler Santas because I want a tree with all of the Santas on it. But it's a little daunting to do all of them from, what 83?
84.
84 was the first year. And my mom has collected them for all the years, so we have all the years. But she had the idea of, instead of just me borrowing and stitching them and things like that, that she would stitch even years, and I would stitch odd years. That way, it fills the tree a whole lot faster. So, and it kind of worked out because there's, in an even year, there is a Noah's Ark themed Santa, and in an odd year there's a clock themed Santa. So I mean, clocks and Noah's Arks, it works. So I'm going to be starting with the clock Santa. So he is here. I've got my needle minder by Allison Rosen, and I'm super excited to stitch this one. So I was going to order all the same fabric, but I just went through scrap and we looked at old projects that maybe had a little bit too extra. So we trimmed some. So I'm going to be using this piece of scrap. It is a primitive gray. I think it's just prim gray. I don't know who the dyer is for my first one because it's my favorite piece of fabric that I found.
Okay, and I was practicing before. Some of you may have seen my post on Instagram. I've been told I don't post very much, but anyway. And then
it's not that she doesn't post.
Okay.
It's that.
But I wanted to try a couple just to see size-wise what they look at, because all of them were always stitched on 18-count Davos, which I was trying to explain to Jen when we were trying to figure out fabric.
Throughout the night when we aren't in the hottest shirts from Hades, we will explain that story.
I did stitch Noah's Ark ahead of time just because I figured I'd probably have that one down and hang it with my Noah's Ark collection. So I have that one done on just an 18-count Ada. And then I did one on linen, a sewing machine that I also figured if I have to make 2, I would have one to go in my sewing room. This was from 2006. So this was on 40 count, and everybody liked it. I did show, I don't know if you can compare the sizes as well this way.
It's a little harder to tell.
It's harder to tell here than in the picture, but on Instagram I have them both together so you can really see the size. It's about a half an inch all the way around difference in size. Smaller. I did cut a 46 count.
We do one strand on 36 count. So
yeah, and I was telling that
the coverage
already.
We're getting.
So then I decided to start this off. I'm going to start at the very beginning, 1984. This was the very first one. And if you can see on the back, actually you can see this was my little sticker from Friends Who Count, my store at the time. And at the back, if you can see,
show the patterns,
oh well,
okay.
All I want you to see is that it costs 50 cents. Oh, it'll get cut off. But anyway, here.
There you go.
I'll do it like this. So you can see the price on the back was 50 cents in 1984, 36
They're
years
what,
ago.
like 4 or 5?
They're like 5, almost. I think $6, which,
$6 now.
but they didn't go up for a very long time and went up to like $1, then $2. But anyway, and I haven't decided the fabric because I was a little fachada today. I had some good deeds I had to do and take my mom out, and so I'm running really behind. So I have a bunch of scraps too. I think I might do it on a 20 count country mocha Ada that I have. I did not try that fabric. So I think that will be a good one for the first one to do.
And we're not really we're not anticipating, it's not like my first 24 hours where I was like, I'm going to get this done,
Oh,
before I
thank
move on to
goodness,
something else. We are going to be watching some Christmas movies, and we're aiming for more non-traditional Christmas movies. So we will tell you at the start of next hour, what movie we are starting with, and we'll explain why it has a Christmas connection to it and why we chose it. So that's what we're going to be doing. And we're just going to stitch on the one project until the movie's done. And if it's finished, great. If it's not, okay. So
trust me,
there's.
they're not going to be.
Well, I
finished
know
until
they're.
she
I
get it
know.
done
I
too,
do not.
so.
And there's been people that have commented saying there's a lot of stitches in them. I'm fully aware. We're not looking at this as like a completion weekend like
Right.
we have sometimes in the past. So that is what we are going to be doing. We will be checking back after each movie. It is Friday afternoon now, and we're not on any set time schedule either. So we are not going to be, I have a couple work commitments tomorrow morning that came up last minute, kind of the joys of working from home right now. So we're not going to be able to do a consecutive time anyway, but we're camped out at my house. There will be kittens at some point, I am sure. And, we're just going to have some fun. We're going to probably order some local food. We were gonna do all this Christmas
food.
appetizers and it's just been a week. So we are ready to stitch though, and we hope that anybody joining in is or already did enjoyed their time.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back later. Bye guys.
Bye.
Okay, we are one movie down. Last thing were you not ready? I didn't even really warn her. We were just discussing because I'm used to being shorter than my mom. I am a lot shorter than my mom, and I'm several inches, an inch or two.
An inch.
How tall are you?
5'4".
I'm 5'1". That's several.
Okay.
So. Little mom-daughter moment.
Yeah.
So I'm taller and I'm confused. Usually we're in the same type of chair and we're not anymore. And she got
she
my
gave me the
rocking
rocking chair.
Well, it was hers first.
No, it was my first.
I mean, she bought it because of me though. So
because I got pregnant with her. Yeah.
So
I told her she could have it, but she never wanted it till it got chalk painted and looked pretty cool in my house.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
In my house.
I don't really know why you let me have it. Oh, it doesn't matter.
I didn't let you have what?
Well, you're letting me have it.
I was being nice.
Nice? Okay. Good. I
Sometimes
needed somebody to be nice to me. Okay.
So I ended the last video saying that we were going to watch non-traditional Christmas movies, and we watched It's a Wonderful Life. So we kind of
Which is about as good as it gets, unless you're watching the Nativity.
Yeah, pretty much. So I think we've decided that we will be starting and ending with a traditional or semi-traditional. I have an idea for the last one, but an actual movie that we typically would watch at Christmas time.
Right.
So next up, I can guarantee you it will not be quite so traditional. So do you want to show what
I will
you were
show
doing?
you. I started in the 1984, the very first one. I was working on 20 count Ada country mocha, vintage country mocha, 20 count. So
It's funny because I have 36 count of that to do for a couple of them.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm.
But linen, not Ada.
36 count is linen.
Well, that's just
Yeah.
true. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I was working on 2013. It's the one with the clocks. And so I got to start on the clock. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of filling in these. The thing is, my hand already is cramped up because I know, and it's early. It's a little piece of fabric to have to hold. And yours seems a lot smaller than mine. Doesn't it? And this is, I guess not.
And see, we stitch real different. Like, I like to stitch and fill in.
Yeah, like yours is. I guess. Okay,
Are
sorry.
you sure that's 40 count?
It said it was. I mean, it's going to fit.
Okay.
It's fine.
I like to outline and then I fill in to make sure I have everything placed. So, and I also wanted to make sure I had a big piece of fabric and I wanted to make sure I could cut it out, and then I cut it out so I have 3 other pieces from this thing. So it'd be more centered, but it doesn't matter because there's enough.
Yeah, this was just, if a shop has the little baskets of the remnants from when they cut their fabric, I like to buy those little remnants. So this was, I think, Crafty You little remnant. So next up, I'm going back to basics. So I'm gonna do 1985, and I'm gonna be stitching it on a piece of 36 count this time. And I think this is all in my scrap basket, so I'm kind of making educated guesses of what linen it is. But I'm pretty
So you're
sure.
gonna say you're just making it up.
Well, sometimes I do that too. Sometimes that happens. I'm pretty sure this is a piece of maple sugar, though. I think it's what I'm using for Emily's house.
Okay.
So,
And I decided on because I've made no plans. I'm going to do the 2021. So this is this year's, and I'm sure it's available at Craft Gallery and anybody that's doing stuff. And I don't know how long she's going to keep designing, because she stopped her designing business in 18, but she continues to.
but she came back, because
Yeah.
you don't really ever leave this industry,
So.
apparently. So we didn't really mention our plan. So we're watching movies this time. We're hoping for at least 12. We figured 2 hours is typical for a movie. 12 movies, that gets us to 24. We're not doing stopwatches and things like that.
No.
I've also decided I think I'm done counting stitches, but that might change at the end of the weekend when I decide to go back and count them. But I feel like we won't get into that now. We'll decide later. So we're just going to kind of go. We have a list of, I think, 18 or 19 movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we have a lot of movies to choose from, and we're just going to go as late as we can go tonight. And then, like I said, I have some work obligations tomorrow, but then we'll be back at it fairly early. So that's what's happening here. We're going to go do another movie. I need some food. It's early, but I haven't eaten anything today, so...
Yeah, I haven't either.
So we're going to do that.
We didn't plan very good. We planned.
We
carry out the
implement
plan.
the plan
Right, yeah.
very well. So time got away.
And now
from
the
us.
kittens are awake. They slept through
They
the
slept
whole
through
movie.
the entire
but they
movie.
just woke up. So
They're going to be raring to go. And I'm
Yeah.
telling you, stitching with them is not fun.
Oh, brother. I was going to do a linen. I may be back to
Doing another Ada.
doing
Do
it.
those linens when they're sound asleep. So that's our plan. We'll be back in a bit. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, movie 2. These are not going very quickly at all. I'm feeling a repetition of marathon number 1. Not that I went into this anticipating finishes, because I definitely didn't, but I was figuring a little bit further than we're getting.
It doesn't look like much, but you know. It does.
Would you like to share yours?
Okay, I did the 2020. This is how far I got. It is on 18 count, Ada. You know,
So you're
just
doing the
as-
faces. I'm not doing them.
I like to put the faces in because I feel like then it's people. So I always like.
We play this board game, and it has this little panda, and she gets very.
Oh, it's very cute. But I like
But
to put
it's
their
the
faces
same
in 'cause-
emotion that she just. And I've never heard her do it for anything but the board game we play.
Yeah, I like to put in their little faces and their eyes because then they come to life. So then it doesn't matter. I didn't get much done.
Well,
but
see, my thought is
what?
when I have them all in a project bag together, and I pull the flesh tone for the face. Yeah. See, then I don't have
Well,
to.
that's,
I'll
you
finish
know.
my thought for the people that are my mother.
Okay, I know, right.
Is then I can go through multiples of them with the thread on my needle, and I don't have to rethread or save or throw away.
Well,
The flesh
I never throw away. I have a needle that's just threaded up with floss, and to me, having then to go back and to use the flash color, having to then pull out a new thing and a new chart and put it on my thing. For every single one to do that would be more work than it would be to
But
thread
it's
my
just
needle.
sticking it on top of the pattern chart that's there.
Yeah,
I don't
but-
like.
No,
Take it
I
all apart.
like to have their little face
Okay,
in.
that's
This
fine.
guy's little eye. I
Eye?
especially like to get the eye in because the eye really brings it to life, and it's the gray. So
I got this far. I messed up the border over here because I was all the way down and around, and so I had to rip out a bunch. I was a little nervous about sizing on this, but it fits. Yeah, I didn't.
I did that one on a 7 count. I have a wall hanging of that.
You have this one?
Mm-hmm. From years and years and years ago. I was going to try to pull
Have
it
I
out.
ever
was
seen it?
telling that. Well, you should have. I had it way back. I had it. I've had it for a long time.
A
I think
wall hanging? What does that mean?
a wall hanging.
Like
It's
it's
like I did
quilted?
it on 7 count. Yeah, and then I quilted around it and I had strips of calico, made it into a wall hanging.
I don't ever remember. I'll have to pull it out.
Yeah. Well, and then in Springfield, I used to put it on the back of the wingback chair. It used to like go on the back of one of the chairs. Looked really nice, just like that instead of hanging on the wall.
I don't remember that. Next hour, I'm going to be working on 2001 Santa. It's a pear tree, partridge in a pear tree. My maiden name, Barenbaum, her last name currently means pear tree. So I was excited that I got this one, and I think she'll probably stitch it too. Ale is in our little wine carrier right now. Holder out here. Watson is investigating. Our last movie, I'm just going to interrupt my mom, or I'm going to pause her, was Gremlins because the cats woke up, and that's what I call them. Gosh. And then it fit quite well. Right. I'm going to be stitching mine on a piece of pear fabric as well. Oh. Look at that. I know.
Okay. I'm going back to the beginning and going back to 1986.
86. See, we should have done like your movie chain game where like I just did 85, so you did 86, and then... We should have.
No,
we're not. Never mind.
Anyway,
it was a good idea. She didn't.
And
think so.
If you will notice with these, anybody that's collected them, or as you watch them here, you will notice that initially, all of her borders were a little more fancy,
complex.
Yeah, like Jen's the one she just did. My first one, this one,
and then
she turns into
just the running
just a running stitch, which is what I did. Yeah, and that goes really quick. And another thing she also did, which we discovered, was she had the basic colors, 221's the red and 501's the green. But her hair, she's gone from ecru to 822. Now the newer ones are all white. So that's interesting to see how she's changed in the years. So, just a little trivia. In fact, it's now like, 7 o'clock?
Yeah, a little after.
She hasn't really brought up about it.
I know, we need to get food. Well, I mean, I made a bagel. She was like, I don't want a bagel.
Well, I had leftover pizza from last night, or flatbread, which is good, hibachi stuff.
No, we need to figure out what we're getting.
Yeah.
Because we failed at this really hardcore pretty badly.
That was really bad, yeah.
Okay.
But we have to do like 10 more movies tonight, because she's already stressing about how late we have to stitch.
It's so good to do 10 tonight.
Well, you said
I said we should.
We had to work as late as we could.
I didn't mean that we I was saying that I was enjoying the time stitching with you.
Oh, is that what that meant? Okay, because I'm thinking I'll stay up late because I really don't know that I want to go downstairs.
She's sleeping. My guest room is in my basement.
In the basement. It's down the basement. The door's going to be shut. There's an access door down there, so it's a little more scary. Then she informs me they're the cutest little bathroom down there, but I have to make sure because there's not an end to the sink or the vanity. It's open. And so the cats, and they've never been down there, but they're like little gremlins.
There would be
they're
like
all over.
2 little doors that they would have to get through before
and then they're in the wall.
Got in the back.
And we.
I asked Brandon if there was something he could put there, and there isn't in our house.
Oh, brother, I'm gonna have to look at it, but now I'm gonna be nervous.
You would be super nervous if my basement didn't have an exit out, because then you would think you would die in a fire.
Well, this is true. No, somebody's gonna come in and ravage me. That's not happening. No, that's not happening either.
God, okay. We're gonna go.
Okay, well, we have to go. I have to get Kleenex because my eyes normally run. Now they're really running.
And yeah.
Okay.
We have the ring light on right now, and it's like super bright.
Yeah.
I know, it's bad. But it's dark outside, and I don't have any lighting in this room except for this.
So this will be short and sweet.
It will be. We just finished movie 3. We watched Hook. I didn't really think that was a Christmas movie at first, but it is because it happens during Christmas time.
Yeah, you didn't believe me when I said I even have it in my Christmas thing. Yes, it takes place at Christmas.
Christmas movie.
Okay,
Okay.
you go first.
Oh boy. Okay, well, you can kind of see. So, I feel like I'm getting less and less done each movie. I'm not really sure why. This ended up, I thought it was a piece of 36 count. It's 40 count, which is probably good because I don't think it would have fit on 36 count. But she cut all of these and told me they would fit. So
I cut them and told you to measure them. If they were what they were supposed to be. Okay, I did.
we get a little grumpy at each other. Why? I don't know what happened.
We just said we were wide awake.
I know, we
walked out
literally
here.
did. We're like, I'm good. I'm good to watch another movie. I'm good to stay
Okay.
awake. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
We walked out here and she got grumpy.
I did not. It was totally her.
Okay, I did 1986. And the fabric is kind of light. But Jen said
Jen's
I
fault.
could leave the white. I'd started the dove and I was going to rip it out and just change it to white instead of 822. But I think it'll be okay. There's very little beard that shows the beard.
I think it's really hard to tell right now because our lighting is
It's
so
bright.
intense.
Yeah.
So,
So anyway, there's a whole lot more done. No, there isn't a whole lot more done, but I did get sized in.
Yeah.
But
see, okay, we talked last time about how did you see that attitude body language? Like, that was really excessive. We talked last time about how you do the outlining and I don't. I think I would make mistakes.
no, that's why I outline to make sure that it all connects, and then I know I didn't make mistakes, and then I can fill it in. No, I'm counting all the time. I outline it, and then when it connects to the dots, just like you did everything all the way on that one thing, and you got there and it was wrong, so you had to take everything out.
In what thing?
The one you just did, the border.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, because then you filled in all the little. You did all.
I don't think
Anyway,
it's at all.
that's-
Oh, look at needle.
It's
Did a
out.
needle just shoot out of it? I think so.
Oh no!
Oh, it's here. I have my mom at my house, which means
I
there's
know.
gonna be
I'm pretty
needles
nervous
everywhere.
because she's got cats and I have needles and she's. Okay.
Cats were all over this.
Oh my god!
Brandon finally took them to bed, which was good.
Yeah, they were all over.
They
It was
were.
pretty funny. Okay, I'm going to do 1990, and I don't
Is
have
it the
the.
squirrel one?
Yeah.
I love that one.
Well, it's going to be yours.
Oh,
It's
I know,
raccoon.
I know.
Oh, there's a squirrel on it.
That's a squirrel.
Oh, that's a squirrel. Okay, a raccoon. I thought that was a rabbit. There's a rabbit. No,
Yeah.
I think that's really cute. So I don't know how well they can see it. I didn't have the individual card. It's one that was reprinted. 3 of them. It's the one with the woodland animals.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
I love the quilt one too. That's 2005. I think. That's when
I
you
get to do the quilt one? I
Yeah.
don't think you're right about that.
Oh, I do.
It's 2014.
The quilt is 2014.
2014. Oh, the whole book? Oh, no, you're right.
Excuse me. What did you say?
Next
did you
time,
say?
I'm going to be working on this little gardener guy because I wanted to use this piece of fabric, which is lighter. It's like bramble, I think, by Picture This Plus. And so I didn't want one where the white was like...
Predominant.
Yeah, and like
That's what I
coming
did.
out the side or anything. So it's just a little bit
Yeah, that's
where
what
there
was
it's
this
not
one.
like
Yeah.
surrounded by color. So that's why I chose
Yeah.
this one to do on this fabric.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly why I did mine, and which works the best. You just have a little bit of the beard.
Yeah,
And
and,
most
I
of
mean the
it's
border
down
may
there.
not show. I may have to change that color.
But that's easy to. You could change that easily. I'm
Yeah.
surprised that they shouldn't have very many white borders. I don't
Mm-mm.
think. That look nice and green.
yeah, green or even
Even
the
the
gold.
Okay. Yeah,
She doesn't think the gold would look nice.
I
What-
don't like the gold, but
What other color would you do?
the 844, the gray, the green,
Oh, okay.
the brown, maybe. Anything,
Anything but the gold.
anything with the gold.
Okay.
But it's yours, so you can do it in the gold.
Mm-hmm. We're done.
Did we say goodbye? No.
Well, I'm saying goodbye.
Oh, I thought you just said we're done and you'd finished it.
No, we'll
Okay.
be back sometime later.
Sometime later. Yeah.
Or tomorrow morning
tomorrow.
when we don't have to have this bright at.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Okay, it is a new day. We stopped last night after we
For-
filmed, right? And then we went to bed. But we stitched more.
No,
We filmed and then we stitched.
more. But
And
then we
then-
didn't film after that because
Right.
it was too tired and dark.
Mhm. It was very dark out here. It was hard
Yeah.
to film. So,
And it
well,
was
you saw
late.
that.
Yeah,
So,
right.
yeah,
We
it was
have a
late.
lot to
So
show.
we didn't get started till about noon today. So, what?
12:30.
Well,
But who's
12:30,
counting? Because
sure,
she
okay.
had to work.
I had to work. So last night, this is the one that I worked on. It was this gardener guy, and it's on a piece of 40 count bramble, I think. 40 count Picture This Plus is like so thickly woven that it just hurt. So I didn't get very far, and the ecru, I think it was ecru, is really hard to see on this. So I will be changing the border. I put it in just to get me to my spot to start, though. So that's where I am on that one.
Do you want to just do all yours at once?
Sure,
or
we'll
do you
just get them
wanna-
all out of the way. So when we got up this morning, we put on Family Man, and I was working on this one. And it seems like all of my little scrap pieces are 40 count. So I don't know. I'm going to have to go through my 36 count bin and see if I have some fabric with remnants that I can cut down or something. And so next hour, I'm going to be working on this 1991, the one with the pineapple in it. But I don't know what fabric I'm going to be using. That's a pineapple.
Oh, okay. I never noticed it.
Like, it is a pineapple. I do know what they look like. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I think I'm going to try to cut some fabric that's 36 count. I feel like that one might look good on ale, so I may...
You can look for fabric and I can make the mac and cheese.
Okay, deal. Works for me.
Okay, so then last night, I didn't bring the picture, but I was doing the Woodland Santa.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite one so far because the border's real cute. It's got pine cones in it. But I did miscount. So today when I thought I'd have extra stitching time, I thought, oh, I'll work on this and I can fill more in while she is working. I ended up filling some in, then ripping it all out, plus other stuff and refilling. So I'm about at where I was last night when I stopped. But it is by far my favorite one, and it's on 18 count. Then this morning I started on 2016.
That's a cute one, too.
Yeah,
I might like
that's
the
pretty
even numbers
cute.
better than the odd years.
And I'm doing on a 40 count linen. It's the light linen again, but this one actually called for the white for the beard and stuff. So that's.
I really didn't want to have to change any colors. Like, I mean, I have them all pulled and I'm keeping them all in a ring. So if I change, it will be colors from other Prairie Schooler Santas, which I feel isn't like sacrilegious to Prairie Schooler, except for the hockey one. But we'll get there later.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to work on a 1988 Santa, one of the original ones. I think I'm doing it on a 20 count Ada, the Mocha Vintage, for this hour.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get fabric. She's gonna make mac and cheese, and we'll put on another movie, and we'll stitch some more. We want to get at least 12 started, but I
Right, yeah,
I think we can do more.
I think we can too.
than
If
that.
we keep
So-
plugging away today.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure
time,
out something for tonight, if so it's not so dark out here or something.
Yeah.
Also, Ale was climbing the brick wall.
Oh yeah. The
Yeah.
brick, the actual
brick.
brick. Brandon will take a picture and he will insert that
if
right
we can
here.
catch it.
Well, but you can at least see the brick. Like where the mortar
the brick is
she
behind us, but here in the corner, like you see how it goes against that windowsill?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just scaling it.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry.
And here she comes now as we speak. Yeah.
Yep. Is she close? Where is she?
Come here. Come here.
Ew.
No, she won't come.
Watson.
Here comes Watson. Oh.
She was also just like sleeping behind my mom's pattern. It was the cutest thing. My mom had like a lap desk on her, and like she was like intertwined underneath the little magnet stand easel thing that she uses.
Very cute.
They've been cute, but we are thankful when they go to bed.
And I have to say, I slept in the basement, and they're
Which
really
she was
nice.
Scared of.
I know, but I wasn't scared. It was very comfy. It was really nice down there, dark. But this morning when I woke up, I could hear running back and forth, and I'm thinking, oh, must be Watson. And then I realized, no, Watson would sound more. It was these two little kittens, 2-pounders, and they run wild enough that you could hear them running into the kitchen back and forth. And so when I came out, I found out, Brandon had to get up with them. What, at 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock is like the witching hour. Hold on, you can meet Elle. Maybe. Nope.
Oh,
no, she wiggled away. So at some point we'll have them on camera.
Yeah, live. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay, we're back. We've got Porter with us. She doesn't really
She's
want to
not
be
too
on camera.
happy. Okay, goodbye. Whoops.
We'll have to have Brandon insert here the picture of how Ale spent the last movie because it was pretty cute.
Yeah.
So we watched another movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Another movie. I can't remember what year I was stitching and I didn't bring it.
It's okay.
It was an older one. I think it was like
89. No, you're doing
88.
It was like 86.
86. No, what? It's not the second one.
84,
88. Yeah, I think it was 88.
I don't know.
Anyway, just how much it got done.
Vintage Country Mocha.
Mm-hmm.
Why are your threads so long?
Because I left them
like
to pick it up later. It's
parking?
Yeah.
Oh.
I usually put them on the front, but then we're looking bad on the front. So rather than cutting them out, I can continue down. So.
Okay. I cut a bunch of fabric this in between the last movie. Mom got mac and cheese going, and I went through. I thought I turned the air off. Apparently I didn't. So sorry. I'm not going to get up and do it right now. So hopefully it's not too loud. I cut a bunch of fabric because I have a bunch of pieces that either they were my favorite, but they didn't have I don't like to cut down a big piece for little projects, so I try to use my scraps that are already little. But I'd gotten this at a sale at Craft Gallery, and it's Weeks Dye Works Havana, and I'm stitching one thing on it right now, and I didn't like it. It was just not one that I liked, so I was like, this is kind of a risk to cut this piece and then see. But actually, I'm really happy with how it's turning out. I think it's a beautiful color. I've always loved their colors. It's I have a hard time with the consistency of the fabric, and it always feels too loose for me. But I think the key is that I need to stitch things that are stitch heavy. So I really like this aspect of the thing I'm stitching is Witch's Kitchen, a freebie by Primitive Hair. I'm also doing on this fabric, but it's very open, and so it's not a lot of repetitive stitches that hold your fabric in place, and I think that's the difference. So I have a big piece of it left that
it's
now
36 count?
35.
Oh, okay.
But I think it looks great.
Oh, I think it looks great. I love it.
So I'm really excited about that. So I might cut another piece of it.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a really pretty color for these little Santas.
I do too.
So that was 1991, and I want to say that's the most I've gotten done on any of them. I think
you're really busy.
So next movie, I'm going to be working on 89. Little cardinals. We have a lot of cardinals in our yard.
Yeah, well, that's Cardinal State.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Virginia, too.
Oh, really?
Different cardinals or something. The ruffled grouse. Or ruffed grouse or something. Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because I lived in Pennsylvania.
Oh, I did too. You were born there, though. Maybe that's why.
I think
lived there
it's
more
probably
years than
Stephanie
you.
Howard's fault.
Oh, it probably is.
I would say.
Stephanie's. Yeah.
She was a history teacher.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say I would have learned it in elementary school, but I went to elementary school in New Jersey. So if the
yeah.
ruffed grouse is actually New Jersey's state
Which
bird,
I doubt it.
it could, I don't know. I'll have to look it up when we're done. But I was
Yeah.
pretty confident that it was Pennsylvania.
Okay, so.
Oh, and I'm stitching it on 40 Count Legacy by Pictureless Plus because I have 2 pieces.
Okay. I'm going to do 2012.
That's a cute one. I really like the even years.
See, I was thinking I like the odd years. I've created a monster, liking what you don't have. The grass is always greener. Yeah. Probably got that from me. Anyway, and I'm going to do it on a 40 count natural linen.
Yep.
So,
That'll look good on that.
yeah. So,
How many are you keeping track of how many you're doing on Ada and how many you're doing on linen?
no.
Are you trying to like alternate or
No, I was kind of doing it more with the 18 and the 40,
okay?
but I'm doing.
You don't
mostly
have
on
any
18.
36
I
cut.
did bring some lamb's wool, but I have to cut it. I think I have
Okay.
a couple pieces, so tonight maybe
like the
when we
light
quit-
lamb's wool.
The antique lamb's wool. That's a darker. That's what I
Okay.
have. Just so to do something, which like something like this would probably be good on it
Mhm.
because there's other
Anyway.
ones. So
Okay,
that's it.
that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go. Is mac and cheese ready?
It could be. I mean, it
smells
can
so good.
cook. I mean, it's done. Yeah, it's really good. The crust is really good.
Yeah, it's better that we made food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last night was a little stressful, like having because like we have delivery in my house, not her house doesn't.
Oops.
I wish you could see Ale because
it is too cute.
she is a mess. Come here, Ale. You won't do it.
Mm,
I'm just gonna go in her little wine holder.
mm.
But we still don't have like real delivery. I mean, it's not like being in a city. Like we're still very
Oh.
country, so
Mm,
it's
Fremont.
very limited what we can get delivered to us here. We do have DoorDash, but none of the other services,
Mm.
and not many things are offered on it. So we'll see.
Mm.
Yep, she's in her wine holder. Okay,
and there you go.
oh, she's. I don't have my phone to do the wall.
hiding the wall.
Oh shoot.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
we almost got it on camera. That would have been even better. Go ahead, do your little spazzy thing. Sorry for those of you that aren't
Sorry,
cat
yeah.
people. They made our house. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, another hour movie down. It's very confusing that we changed the formatting up of this.
Wow.
About the hours, movies, whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't get as much done this past time because we stopped for food and
Right.
then I don't know.
We're slowing down.
It's way too early to be slowing down, but
Yeah.
it's kind of happening. So we did realize that today is also a National Wine and Cheese Day, though. So we made mac and cheese for dinner, but once Watson goes to bed, there will be some wine and cheese plate type action. If Mom can make it that long. I just caught her mid-yawn.
I don't know.
I was working on 89, I think. It has cardinals. I don't know. I don't have it with me over here. Didn't get very far. That's it.
I was working on.
Oh, I got further than her.
What?
But I got further than you.
I know. Well, I got the border in. I was working. I don't think it's very nice that you're laughing anymore. It's so funny. I am working on 40 count linen.
So
and
was
I've been
I.
stitching for a couple hours longer than you, and my shoulders, my arm is like killing me. So,
Does it go this way? Yeah, it's okay. That's
yes. So I took a different approach this time and thought I won't put in Santa in his face, and I'll get the border in.
Mailbag, okay.
So, I went down, so I'm at the bottom and can go across now and come up and know that I'm okay. And I'll just have to fill in because there's a lot of filling. I don't know what this says. Oh, doll drum.
What does it say?
Doll and drum. I couldn't figure out what it
Put the
said.
date there or something.
Yeah,
instead.
I'm not. Yeah,
We are. That is one thing that we're gonna do with all of these that we haven't talked about. Is somewhere in the on the fill-in sections, like somewhere that is colored. I think is where
Right.
I would prefer them to
Yeah.
go. We are gonna put the year of the pattern release. So she did that with the ones that she stitched up beforehand. So like the sewing machine room one, it's on the sewing machine, like where Singer would be, maybe.
Yeah, they had something else there. They had Xmas there, and I put 2006 there.
Yeah. So we're gonna be
Yeah.
doing that too. So that might
Yeah.
be a good place to put that.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do there. Because I did. I think that's. Don't
I
like
feel
that.
like it's like
Anyway, and I'm going to
Red
because
rum.
my arm has really, and it's definitely related to my thing. So I'm going to take a break since I was stitching while she was still working. I'm going to take this movie break and relax it so I can do another couple afterwards.
yeah. I'm gonna keep going, but I'm gonna work on this one. I think this will be dark enough.
Oh, I think so.
I think so.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna try it. It's Mink by R&R. So it's stiff stuff.
Is that? Do they use white or A22 or what do they use for? It looks like white.
Wait.
White. It will show up good on that.
Yeah. It's another 35 count. So, okay,
Okay.
that's all.
Bye.
Well, this is how this last hour has been. You
Yeah,
see this?
you
You see
see-
this?
yeah, you see these
like
guys?
little
Yeah.
creature that doesn't want to stay still and just
Neither
wants
one of
to.
them.
Oh my gosh,
But are they too
so
cute?
But they're so
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
okay. Okay. Go
Okay.
run, do things.
Go. Big jump.
It's a really high jump. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, there's been a lot happening in the house the past hour, but no movie, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't. Time doesn't work anymore.
I know. She's getting loopy. I wasn't gonna stitch, and then I sat for a
I
while
know.
and thought,
I'm like, I'm not gonna stitch next hour. Doesn't
Well, it
talk about
wasn't
it,
'cause
and then all of
my-
a sudden I look over and she's
well,
stitching.
and then I sat for a while, and I thought, well, I might as well at least put some things in and get one started.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first start, it feels fine, but the more I work at it, and actually this is the lamb's wool. So this is what I did.
It's a lot thicker than the the light one
it's
that
the
I have.
35,
Oh, it's the well,
It's
and that's very
35.
similar with this one,
Right.
and then it's raw and hurts
and
your
it's
hand.
the yellow
I
Santa.
love the yellow one.
You do love it? See, I don't even like it.
I do. I like the yellow one a lot.
It's fish. But
Well,
anyway.
I like that it's different.
Yeah, okay. So I thought, is it, oh, it's lobster. I thought it was a flower. Pam, have you stitched this, Pam? Because it's got a lobster in it. I didn't even notice that I'm stitching this. That's what I was stitching. I thought it was a flower. Anyway, so I stitched, but then it started aching again, so I stopped. But I have another one started. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably do the same next movie. Just pull something out and work on it for a little bit. At least get it started on the fabric.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing with 24 hour. Like, there are people I know that do this and start a timer and have the timer going for when they're putting X's in and stop it if they're not stitching.
Well,
That's never been how we've done it. I mean, not that you can't do it that way. That's fine. That's just
Right.
we kind of include everything into the stitching process because
right.
taking breaks is part of it too. You know.
When we were much more when we were doing 24, the series, where we had certain time things, we were just saying earlier, this
Yeah,
is really
that was
nicer
really
because that
stressful.
was intense because we were keeping on this hour schedule, really the one that was just
Yeah.
24 hours to try to get in.
Right, because
So
we
I really
would
like
do
this
the
spread
yeah,
out a
yeah,
lot
I
more.
like I do too.
And it's just, there's no pressure and you're stitching as much as you want and
Yeah, because like we said, our goal is 12 movies, but we're already at 8, so that's only 4 more. And I know we have I've got at least another one in me tonight. If
yeah, I
not
was
2 or
thinking one or, yeah,
Yeah, I
couple
mean,
at least. And,
and then we still have tomorrow.
yeah.
I mean, Brain goes back to work on Monday, so I don't want to.
Right. Well, that's what I figured.
You know,
but I'm
too
figuring
late,
we'll probably
but,
be up earlier tomorrow and could get started.
Yeah.
You're up early. I'm early. Well, we can get up and start earlier in the morning.
Are we
and,
still making breakfast casserole?
uh,
Okay. Every time we do this, I
we
think
need somebody that lives close and can cater for us.
Yeah, that'd
I
be
mean,
good.
I would send Dad out, but my Lee's home with the bad back and not moving, and Brandon's
And he doesn't
taking
always
care of the
get up
animals. And
that early either, and
well, he was up.
he's got to be up super early
Right.
on Monday. So
He's got to have a restful day. His last days before he works, so I'll
it's
get
just
around,
that
get something.
when I'm calling him, going, Brandon, can you do
Oh,
this?
She does that a lot. I would cheat.
There's a word that everybody wants to call me, but
Okay. Did you show yours?
oh, you already showed yours.
Yeah.
I was doing the 2019 Santa on the mink, and this is so stiff. I don't know how I stitched all of Quaker Christmas Chew on it because it is so stiff. The only thing I can think of is that because I was using overdyes and it was the first project I ever did, I was doing individual stitches. So it was a lot of punching and stabbing, which is what I ended up having to do with this. I don't know if you can hear the things
They're
that are happening,
ricocheting
but they
across
are
the room
all
right
over
now.
the place. So I didn't get as far either.
No, you didn't get very far at all.
No.
Since you were ragging on
I
me
know.
last time.
I'm going to be working on this one next. And I pulled out, since I had such luck with Havana by Weeks Dye Works, I'm going to try. I told you they do.
It's
Before
my
we
leg.
started filming, she was like,
No.
don't they climb up your leg? And I was like,
No.
or I'm surprised they don't. And I was like, every day that I'm at work, that's what they do. Well, she's experienced it now. I'm going to try it on this piece of almond bar by Weeks as well. And I've never stitched on it, but I got it at the same sale I got the Havana at, and I actually got 2 quarter yards of it, so I have a bunch. So hopefully I like it.
Okay.
Is it time for wine?
Yeah, I think it's. What time is it? I mean, we start
almost
at
10.
4:00. Yeah, I say yes.
Okay. I say
That
yes.
will help my arm. What is
Medicate
it?
her?
Tennis shoulder? I mean, it's like right up in here, and it's definitely. And at first, I thought the bigger fabric count was making it better.
Mhm.
That maybe trying to do the little work thing was more intense, but it came back then, so I just finished it.
I wonder if
You
it's
know.
just being in a different seating.
But it was starting to bother me at home too. I've done a lot of stitching because I was trying to get this done, so I'm going to be off stitching on after tomorrow. I'll make project bags, work on project bags, some masks and things.
Okay.
Okay.
So we haven't been telling you what movies we've been watching. Sorry. We just did Mothman Prophecies, though, which, when you think of Christmas movies, I'm sure is not one that comes to mind. But it happens during Christmas time, and there are Christmas presents floating in the ocean.
No,
River?
River. Ohio River.
Water feature.
Water. Not salty water.
Yeah, we waited until it was dark, so it was a little spookier. And,
Scoopy.
I was looking a lot better before I put my contacts in, but I can see better when I'm stitching. So,
Can you really?
so that's why that happened. We did not bring over what we're going to be doing next because we haven't decided if we're stitching more tonight or if we're just going to chill out. So it is a little after midnight, and or like 2 minutes after midnight, not really a little after. So we may get an energy burst and do more, but for now we're gonna drink some wine and cut up some cheese because it was wine and cheese day. So I was doing 1995, and I really like it. Guys, I might be
I love
coming
it.
around on Weeks Dye Work fabric. Just in time for them to have changed all their base to Zweigart. But at least I can use the stuff in my stash. So I'm happy with how this is turning out. I really like how the white stitches are laying, which is something I never ever say. So, yeah. And it said it was 35 count, but Mom just counted and it's probably closer to 38 count. So it must have shrunk after they dyed it.
I'm sure it must have.
But
And I decided to then do one, at least put a start in. and was doing, this one was 2002. It's a patriotic one. Jen's not big into patriots, but I thought, I'll do, and I could get the flag done and stuff.
I would like it to be known that we bought a flag and have a flag.
Oh, they
outside my
do. They have a
house.
flag, and I will let it be known that where I sit while we're stitching,
You can
the
see
flag
it.
blows, and every time when it's blowing, I'm thinking somebody's coming up to the house and it's bursting.
Yeah, well, it also makes a creaking noise that I hate.
That's what Brandon said.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
telling him about it this morning. Yes, they do have a flag. I was pretty impressed. So anyway, so this is pretty cute. So I'm doing on 18 count, and actually I probably would have gotten more done, and I could have gotten the flag done, but I put in just the running border. I started with the hat and put in the running border, so I knew I had that in. I thought that's easy, and I could take breaks because my arm and shoulder's really bothering me. And then when I went back to do something and to check, I realized that on the right side, I had only skipped 4 spaces and it had to be 5, so then I had to rip out the running thing. When I was doing the hat wasn't matching up, so then I realized, so it was an easy rip out, but it was just a discouraging one, and so I pittered, and then I ended up putting it back in and didn't get the flag in. Got the blue for the flag in, so it'll be a cute one. I think it'll be
Is
a
it
quick.
9:30? What's the blue?
No, 6:11 or 3:11.
Really?
Yeah, 3:11 for that blue, and
I
it
like
took
that
less
blue.
than 1 strand load up, and that's the only thing that I think I had for all of them. But yeah, no, 930 is more of a Williamsburg bluish. The 930s are. So yeah, I think, and it's like on a khaki, so it's very similar to the Davos that they were originally stitched
and we
on.
noticed like this one, I'm so glad I'm doing it darker because you can actually see it on camera better than you can just on the print. In the print of it, this doesn't even really look filled in. It just looks like it's the background. So the faces and the sun and moon don't really pop. And I think they really, they're going to more on
I do
this.
too.
So, it's so funny how fabric choice does that and how it can change so many things. And I've come around on patriotic because I've decided my patriotic, I like it with Wales and I like it as Philly because then it's my Philadelphia ties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the things, like we just got new Constellation, right? And that one's, see, they just went off, the lights outside.
Oh, they did go.
We were having a debate about my lights in my garage
Well,
door.
but it's still, we have to look in the middle of the day when I think they're off.
The debate is still not over.
Oh, no,
but she sometimes makes me feel like I know nothing about my house. She's like, are those lights on all the time? I
Every
don't
time
know.
I come during the day, they're on. Okay.
Okay.
And then Brandon, what time did Brandon go? And he took all the little
I don't
children
know, he
with
didn't
him, and
even
then it
say
gets really
goodnight.
quiet. No, he didn't.
Just
But he
walked
knows
away.
he had to get up because they'll be up early ramming.
I know.
but-
He's so good. He gets up at like 6 a.m. with them and lets me sleep. That's going to end when he goes back to work. On
Yeah,
Monday.
right.
But,
Okay.
Okay.
All right. See
That's
you
it.
next time.
Hi.
Hi.
Watson's.
Oh, neighbors pulled in
Barking.
the driveway.
Not sure why.
And the
Watson,
truck
stop.
pulled in.
So it is Sunday morning. We just finished up our 10th Santa start. I'm tired. My eyes are very sore.
I know.
I'm not really sure why. I'll go first. I decided I was going to, we didn't show you last night what we were going to be working on. I decided I would work on this one, which is the 2017 Santa. And I went with a darker fabric just so that white of the polar bear would pop. This is 36 count ale by Picture This Plus. So 36 count was a nice break.
I decided to go with the 2014, and I'm working on 40 count linen, natural linen.
They're so much smaller. My fabric was huge because I figured I didn't need to trim it down. So what are you going to be doing next?
I am going to do 1994, the sunflower one.
I like the birdhouse.
Yeah, well, I used to like sunflowers, but...
Yeah, oh look, it's in my pattern too.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
I'm going to be doing 2005, which is the quilting one.
I love
Yeah.
that one.
I'm excited about that one. I'm going to do it on 36 count maple sugar, again, this, because I think it'll look good. It's got a lot of color in it, so I think I'm hoping I'll like it. First fabric I'm repeating so far.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yay for a large stash of scrap. We just watched, my hair is a disaster.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's doing. We just watched Die Hard. At least 2 more movies.
Yeah, we didn't plug the Christmas tree in.
Nope, no lights yet. Sorry.
And we have the same T-shirt on, but we didn't
do.
plan it.
We didn't. It says all I want to do is drink coffee, wear pajamas, and cross stitch, which pretty much is a 24-hour weekend to a T.
Right.
Just
But by the end of it, we won't want to be doing that because we're already getting tired of stitching.
Well, I'm ready
I will
for
not be going to stitching meeting tomorrow because I won't be stitching.
I'm ready for something different to stitch.
Yeah.
I think just because they are all so similar, it's the same colors. It's really starting them. It's like the same thing almost. Like this one, I went to do the tree because I was like, well, none of the other ones had a tree, so at least it's something different for me to do.
Yeah. But the good thing is, so many of them will be started that will give you incentive to do them. Once they're started.
I don't know though. Do you think we should just continue with starting them so we have them all started?
I think I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I was kind of
just
thinking
get that
too.
Instead of having all of them hanging around like that. Get them all started, then they're all ready to go when I want to pull them out. They'll be kitted up with the colors. I figured that's what I would do.
I don't know if I want to spend my week doing that or getting started on that Barbara Anna mystery one that I just.
I mean, it's totally up to you because
just this morning that I'm behind on
or whatever to do. I mean, that's what I was thinking now, but I have more time to stitch than you do.
Well, I still have a lot.
I mean, when I say start, just even put in a thread and get my starting thing.
And maybe that's what I'll do. I don't have to have a whole movie's worth.
Right.
Just put a little bit in, identify the fabric that I want to use, get it going, and then
you don't have to do it later.
Project bag with the rest of them. So I might go through and do that then.
Because the one good thing is they're pretty.
For the odd years. Started 85 to 9.
No, yeah.
Well, mine start 8 odd.
I know, but
I know.
Oh, maybe I have more.
You do have more.
19.
You have this year. You have 20.
Yeah. Yes.
Watson,
so 18.
I don't like all this noise. Okay, we're gonna go. Watson's barking, and the cats are now guarding the house too. I know. Goodbye. We've already had animal bloopers. At least you didn't have to experience them this time. Do you want to go?
Okay, I worked on 1994.
Sunflower Santa.
Got some stuff spaced in. That's on 40 count. I'm going to do 1996. The next time I'm going to do it probably on an 18 count. Ada.
And next one is our last movie, right?
Together, yes.
Yeah. So I worked on the quilting one. I didn't bring the pattern over. I think it's 2005. I just had the face in, and then I was like, I really should probably make it do something on it that it's that one. So I started the scissors. So that was 36 count maple sugar. I decided it would be fun to end this portion with Into All Good Night. So I'm going to do this one for the end of our official marathon. However, I think Mom's going home. She hasn't seen my dad all weekend. Brandon starts his job, so I wanted to hang out with him a little bit tonight, but I think I'm still going to stitch. So I'm thinking I'm still going to do them tonight. Yeah, maybe put on, instead of just doing a thread length, I might find a show and do an episode that isn't quite as long, because it would be 6 I think I still have to do. Maybe, I don't know. I was trying to think if there was a Christmas show. There's not really, but I could do Christmas episodes. But that's a lot of work, so maybe not. Last hour our movie was tough because Porter was all over me. Ale was not settling with her. Then we got breakfast picked up by Brandon, and we just didn't get much. We got a lot stitched for all the disruptions we had. I'm going to be using a piece of R&R straw bond. I don't know. something. It's scratchy. Not sure why I want to end with it, but I feel like the colors work on it, so I'm going to do it.
Okay.
And then we will have another marathon completed. Lots of distractions this time. Sorry, guys. Gosh, my hair is gray.
Bye.
Bye.
You already say goodbye.
Okay, I think we're done. We put in our last movie. We decided to end it with Love Actually, and I think we only stitched about half of it, maybe.
Yeah, well, I made mistakes, so I have to rip it out.
My hand was cramping, so.
She's pretty grumpy.
I am. I'm grumpy. I'm ready for a
It's
nap.
on. She needs a nap. She got up early with cat duty today to let Brandon sleep in. And
I'll be posting the many sleeping pictures, positions of Ale throughout the weekend. I feel bad because Porter really didn't get any pictures, but she's kind of
she hasn't really been around. She hides.
Except for her, like, attacking me during that one movie,
yeah.
but she's sleeping under furniture, so.
Okay, so I don't know whatever one this was. I think it was 1996 or something. And I thought, I'll do the poll. I'll do different. And so I did. When I got down, I checked it, and I was off. And it's like, why was I off? Well, I was off. I had all the red done, down to the very last stripe. And trying to figure out where I made the mistake. Well, I made the mistake with the Christmas tree. I forgot to put it. I forgot to put the feet in. So it was one off. And I thought I could leave it. Nobody would know, but I would know. And it would mess up when I put his hand out to hold it. So I just ripped up the very top stripe and thought, I'll leave it because at least it'll show I did stitch. But I'm going to rip it all out. And
so you haven't ripped it out yet.
Yeah, I fixed the Christmas tree. I forgot to put the little pedestal on it. And so, anyway, so they're all going to come out. They'll come out later.
This is how far I got. I think it's, 2015 or something, into All a Good Night. Because I'm going to go take a nap.
It looks good. It looks good on
I like it on this fabric more than I thought I would. I'm doing something else on this fabric. I think Sunflower Farm by Kathy Barrick.
Well, I'm going to go home and check on my husband, has had a really bad back, and figured he'd be resting it, but he is watching. We're not sure. I'm sure he was, and he had golf to watch, so he had sports, so this is good. So
I'm going to hang out with my husband because he starts the working again. We're going to be on opposite shifts eventually, not yet, but it's going to be a very different lifestyle for us for a while.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Thanks for stitching with us during this marathon weekend. We hope that you enjoyed your time. We did enjoy ours, even though we're kind of grumpy right now. But, it wouldn't be a real recap with us.
Because I'm pretty chipper. I'm pretty chipper right now. I'm not grumpy. I mean, I know you had to get up. What did you do at 6:30?
I made a spreadsheet. My cross stitch whips.
I slept till 8:30.
Because since I've decided that I'm not going to count my stitches anymore, I need a way that I can show that I'm progressing.
Because showing your work isn't enough.
Well, it's not even that I'm doing it for anybody else. It's for me. Like, I need a way to organize the pictures, and Ale is on our feet. I need a way to organize the pictures because just scrolling through your camera roll, I have 5,000 pictures, something like that on my camera.
Oh my gosh!
And I can't find when I started it or the progress. Yeah. So I'm thinking a web page like my blog, not because I expect people to go look at it, but because I want to be able to see when I've worked on this now, and so. But I think I'm definitely done counting stitches. I was telling my mom, I think there are projects that I've not pulled out specifically because they're annoying to count when you're stitching them. So I think I'm done with that. Till tomorrow when I decide to go back and count all the stitches I put in this weekend, but that would not be fun. So I'm not going to do it.
And now I'm gonna leave, but it's really stressful coming to this house now and leaving because of the little kittens, because you don't know where they're at. And if Jen can't find them and you come in, even if you know you didn't see them go out the door, she's outside looking for them until she finds them.
Pandemonium used to get out like ridiculously all the time, and we always lived in houses. Like our first apartment was in a house, and so like she would get out, and instead of going out the front door, she would go up the stairwell. So it was always, we knew she would be okay, but she got out and you never noticed her. So,
well,
I'm paranoid.
And they were just asleep, and now they're awake. So we're gonna have to corral them somewhere so I can make
hold them up.
Umpteen trips to my car.
Yep. Good thing she only lives 5 minutes away.
Good thing. Didn't bring much.
Nope. Bye, guys.
Bye.